Thanks, Paulo, for taking the time from your busy schedule to have a little chat with us. I think this is going to be a really good time to get to know each other and for us to understand the business of Step Ahead. Recently, you celebrated 20 years milestone in Step Ahead. Can you tell us how you started Step Ahead?
Yeah, it's a pleasure for me too. Thank you for your visit. It was a start, like a startup company. We started in 2004, and we start a few guys here in the same place because we are here since 2004. And we start a company like a process company. Why focus on process? That's the major service that we have here in Step Ahead. We start with an American company. We represent a software that it was very good for us, call it Fortis. It was an amazing software at that time. We start to build big projects here in Portugal with that software, and we make all the service and all the personalization of the sites with that kind of software, and we start to deal with document, process only, trying to make the optimization of the companies, start to bring the digital and take off any paper of the desks, whatever we start at that time, and it was a challenge. It was a big challenge to start a company like that. It was very good. We start the company with this kind of service and start to build our own software. And when we start to build our own software, we start to do other big things, okay? That's where we start, and that's where we come from. After a few years, 3 years I believe, in 2007 we start to make a jump to the exportation market, African market, with a big project, an 85 million project. It was for a small company. It was one of the biggest deals that we have made here in Portugal, even compared with the big companies here in Portugal. And we start to make a different approach to the African market. We were challenged to make all the bridges in Angola, and we made it. And we can bring a big experience to our own software with that kind of challenge. We bring user experience to our own products. And now we have a range of products based on a big experience, a user experience that give us the success of some softwares that we have developed here in Step Ahead.
And for those that may not know, you started in 2004 here in Oeiras, and this is like the Silicon Valley of Lisbon, which is exciting. And I think just looking out the window, you can almost see the ocean. So this is motivating for the company as well. So what is the motivation behind you starting up Step Ahead at that time?
It was a bit of when you feel when you can feel that is the time to make your own business. It was a start to make my own strategy, not working for others with other strategy. I tried to I felt the market very well, and see that will be an opportunity to make a company focus on process at that time, because it was very new at those times, and it was very interesting to start a new kind of business in the market, because we were challengers at that time, and it was very grateful for us because it gave us the opportunity to grow And that's one of the reasons that made me take the risk, because at all the time it's a risk to start a company, but it was the time, it was my time.
So at that time when you started Step Ahead, what was the vision that you thought that this is what I need to do to come into, as you know, business solutions consultancy is there's a lot of big players in the market, and for you to come, what was your thoughts or your vision at that time, where this is where I want to take Step Ahead to the next level?
Start with the name Step Ahead. That's what my thoughts were on that. It's be a step ahead, looking for the other companies. Be always a step ahead. Never look to back. Never look to the right or to the left. See the future. See how can, with innovation, start a new approach to the market. Be a challenger. So challenge the markets, the status quo style, and that gives us a different way to be on stage, on the market, and we start a new kind of approach in the companies. That is the optimization of the process, a process optimization at that time. Why? Because no one was looking for that. The other companies, my competitors, were more focused on selling software. Okay, we start to be focused on the client problems, on the process, on the client process problems. How can we optimize the process? How can we take out all the steps that doesn't give us anything for sure? And we start to decrease the jumps on the process, optimizing the process. That gives us a name, our name, and with our own applications, we could fight against the biggest companies in Portugal.
So after 20 years with the market changing, as you know, coming in, joining the big players here in Portugal and Europe, and even the African market as Angola. Where do you see Step Ahead in the next 12 to 24 months?
We are growing. At this time, we are growing. We are in a cycle of growing. Each year, we are growing 20-25%. So. This year is an investment cycle, because we start to a new strategy focus on Step Ahead 3.0 for the next 10 years. So we have 20 for the next 10 years. So that's why we call it 3.0. That we are open the lack of our opportunities and our service to the clients. We are open more steps in our catalog, and we are start to grow new service in other categories of software. We open a new service in OutSystem. We rebuild the Oracle service. We rebuild the Microsoft service, and we start a new service in a new technology that is called Microsoft for integrations. So we are seeing companies with the investigation that could give us to our clients new kind of these business opportunities. We are starting to see ERPs, softwares, if we go to SAP or not. It's a go, no go strategy that we are discussing now, but we have everything established or defined for the next 3-5 years. This is a new cycle that we are starting in 2024, and a new approach to the international market too. We are in the international market, but we want to grow in the international market. Why? Because we believe we have a good service. Since we are one of the best players in Salesforce Portugal, we start the Salesforce community here in Portugal. We were one of the best and one of the biggest companies in Salesforce service here in Portugal. So we are trying to export our service to international markets, and that's where we want to end now. So the international market is one of our goals, and growing here in Portugal it's another goal, but based on the innovation and continue to making our own products based on those all platforms. We have Microsoft, like I said, Oracle, Salesforce, OutSystem, Mulsoft, and if we have to have another one, we will have it.
So you also this year opened several technology hubs in Portugal, which is just fantastic.
That's true.
Can you tell us a little bit how that got started?
Yeah, we have already one in Portugal, but it's one of our office that we are growing now too. But we make a good investment in Evra. Why? Because Evra has a good cluster and has a good ecosystem that we can have, for one way, good human resources, and for the other way, a good place to establish a new office, a new modern office. We have made it in 3 months. We have teach our new team in Evra since September 2023. Now they are formed, they are ready to the market, and we have put them working on our projects now, and it's very good for us because we can expand our team to other parts of the country that are more quiet, and it's a very good business case for us because the government help us on this kind of expense and give us the opportunity to grow in those kind of cities. Evra is a pretty and excellent city, and we are very pleasure on that. We already opened in Mangual too. That is a starter ecosystem that we are trying to have there, and it's another place to explore. And we start already a new installation here near our hub here in Oeiras Valley. Is in Carcavelos. That is a new hub that we want to push more people to work with us near the headquarters.
That's great news, and I think what Step Ahead is doing for the community, opening, as you know, Evra is not a metropolitan like Lisbon, and I think what the thing that Step Ahead is doing is building communities and bringing talent from all over Portugal and developing them is important. I think that's great, and it's something that I think you're giving back to the community, and that's great.
Yes, of course. We are creating technical jobs. That is something that it's a fault in those kind of towns, because they are small and it's not easy to find a technical job. Usually the young people come to the city, the big cities, to have this kind of opportunities. So we are trying to give to those communities the opportunity to stand their young people and to fix their young people, to give the same opportunity that we have here in the big cities.
Yeah, that's great.
That is true.
Yeah, that's fantastic, and I think that companies sometimes miss that opportunity, and Step Ahead took that, and that's great. We thank you for it. Also, too, is some of the products that Step Ahead has here and services to showcase what Step Ahead is currently going through. what service for prospective clients can expect from Step Ahead if they were to come on board for their digital transformation needs?
Yeah, every kind of service, every kind of business, we have verticals already done to the market. So usually we are in the 5 kind of verticals in the market, even telecommunication, service, industry, banks, insurance, whatever. Usually we work with all them. So the kind of solution that we can give them, it's give them platforms that they can develop, that they can explore, that they can grow their own business, and based on cloud. Usually today is one of the things that the clients want. It's everything based on cloud. Why? Because it's very easy to move any people, any worker, any office, whatever. And like an umbrella, what we are putting is our software, our solutions, our even what we represent, or even what we have inside our house. They work like an umbrella connected with the legacy systems, and usually we give them only one platform that they can move their process. Okay.
So for Step Ahead, how does it showcase from, or what makes Step Ahead different from other competitors? From
Innovation, challenge, compliance, trust, and delivery. Nowadays, it's very difficult to find companies that give the final deliveries to the clients. Usually, there are lots of projects that never see the end of the day. And one of the things that we have in our ADN is something that we deliver our projects, our process to the client. So the client could have will be very engagement with us. We can have a good engagement with us, and at the end we will be friends, and we will increase more projects in the future. That's how we see our clients. It's something like even when we start a new client, we see always that client, it's a friend for the future. So it's a matter of talking about people and other things we have here. At the end, we are talking always about deals that can grow in the future.
As you know, the market has changed. There's trends. Right now, it's AI is very big. What are the trends that you're seeing in the future that you think that Step Ahead is already in that journey?
Yeah. Yes, we have a team that is working with AI since a long time ago, and we are start to put small things that use AI in our process to change some kind of process that at the past were made by digiting some information on the computer. Now we are transforming that using AI that can grab immediately the data that we want, put it on the software form, and immediately start to other point of the process, and can give more speed to the process, and can avoid a lot of misunderstandings.
Okay.
In the way they usually, if they have to write it, we can avoid this kind of mistakes. Right. And that gives us more speed to the process. They start to be a robotic process, and we can put some robots using the data and treat a lot of steps in the process that were made by hand or by people, we can change it, and we are changing the world on that. And we are talking about AI, there are lots of strengths in this kind of approaches. Even when we are talking with the clients must understand that we cannot run against this. This is innovation, this is evolution, this is the future. And like I said in the past, AI is like sauvage horses. If you don't control it, you can do anything. But if you control the horse, if you can control this kind of technology, you can have big ideas or big challenge in the future.
It's like the Wild Wild West, used to call it,
yes,
right?
Yes.
So these are new challenges, and I think a lot of our clients, they're excited as well because they want to transform their business.
But they don't know how to do it.
Exactly, and that's my next question is, how is Step Ahead helping navigating our clients with these challenging formats?
It depends on where we are. If we are dealing with platforms like Salesforce, Oracle, Microsoft, or OutSystem, they already put inside some AI in the software, in the platforms, and we can use it and show to the client and make some cases to them to see how AI is working and how they can felt the transformation of their own process. But that is the easy part. The other part is when you put the AI inside your products and you have to control the AI inside your products. That is something that we are making some switch that we have here in house, and it's a challenge.
Challenge is always good because there's always solutions. That's what we do here at Step Ahead. Could you give us maybe an example of maybe a recent project that Step Ahead had, and they helped innovate the client with these challenging times?
Yes, we have something that we call it the jurista virtual lawyers or virtual jurists. Is something that we have made inside that increase a lot of speed in the process. Usually call it quite a lot of them. We have a robotic machine that process a lot of files in the suite and take out any human touch. Okay, so because this is a well-structured process, we were capable to put robots making the work, and that gives us a lot of speed and give to the client a big return of investment. Why? Because they lost in the past a lot of money because they were unable to deal with so many process, and with this software we change the world of the client, and we give them the opportunity to make more money, increase their money, and at the end it's a big transformation or challenge to this kind of process. And with NI, a small part of NI inside the software, we can do a lot of good things.
And that's the important thing that you just said, that what we do for our clients is that we increase, for the most part, their revenue and their balance sheets. And this is why they come to us and ask for our help. What's a typical feedback that you get from the clients itself?
Usually they understand the returns they earn with our projects, and that's why they stay with us at the end. They start a project with us, and then we have a maintenance process, hours to make with them, and it's not ending journey. Since the beginning, when we start with the client, till now, we have clients with 20 years. They belong to they are with us since the beginning of the company. So this is that's why, because they see in our service a revenue, a constant revenue, and that is the best part of our deals with our clients, and we make relations with that too.
It's just basically a partnership that you have with your clients, and you've been in business for 20 years, and you have clients since day one. They're still with you, and that just shows what Step Ahead is all about. I would say maybe we have, 150 between 150 developers and staff at the moment.
Yes, we are near that.
What's the company culture you're finding here that?
This is a multi. This is how to define our culture. It's a multi-culture. We have people with 25 years old, and we have people with, I believe, 18 years old. So it's a mix of culture. It's a mix of age. That is a challenge today to deal with that. But we are still moving, still trying to find the best way to deal with those kind of differences. But it's a challenge.
It's still growing, which is what's something that we always like to hear. And it's one of those things too that as a company you have values. And for you, what do you think are the most important values that you want to carry on?
Trust and loyalty. Those are the two words that must be in each of us.
So going forward, after 20 years, we're hoping another 20 years into the future. What are the values that you want to see coming from the original, where you started, and where do you want to see?
Vamos cortar aqui. Desculpa. Depois.
So Paulo, going forward, where do you see, or how are you trying to expand into the markets, international markets like North America? What is your vision for that?
But first of all, I try to find people like you to help me to go to those kind of markets. Of course, we have our networks, our sites, whatever, our ways to make the communication to our marketing, to make the communication to outside of the country or inside and outside. But at the end, what we want is to establish partnerships between our company and other companies in other countries to make sure that we can give them all our knowledge and all our softwares, our suites, and to help them to grow like we grow here in our community. So imagine that we find a good partner in USA, Canada, wherever, that can explore our kind of solutions. We will help them to grow, we will teach them, and we will make a community with them and help them to have a good opportunities and to make money to them. That's one of the biggest goals. They have to win good money with our solutions and our service.
And the nice thing about what we do here at Step Ahead, we have the support, we have the product line, and we have the service. So that it's all in-house. Nothing gets to become, doesn't go to offshoring. It all stays in-house here in the building, which is very good because they can the clients can call us and speak to us directly, which is fantastic.
Of course.
So how would someone contact us here at Step Ahead?
They can contact us by site, by our networks, whatever, but and with our whole commercial network that we have already installed, and internationally we have our agents that are exploring our opportunities in the foreign markets, and anyone can contact us.
Yep. And we're now on Instagram.
Yeah,
So,
Instagram, LinkedIn, whatever.
Yep, Step
We
Ahead.
have all the
websites.
networks established since a long time ago, but it's easy. It's easier to contact us, and all the support can be done by English, whatever. The language is not a problem for us.
Well, we're coming to a closing. Thank you for taking the time to speak with us. I think this is going to showcase Step Ahead to the world. Thank you again.
Yeah. Thank you.